afternoon. Hey, it's not morning. I went on an adventure on Thursday, a nice little road trip along the Delta. Let me tell you all about it. I talked to Theresa over at Phoenix Gate Crafts, and we matched up our time schedule and figured out Thursday would be the perfect day for an adventure. So I dropped off all the kids. My oldest will do the pickup, so I had the whole day of leisure. Yes. So I started out early, filled the gas tank, got a nice cup of coffee at my local shop, and I set out for a beautiful drive along the Delta. Oh, it was gorgeous. The water was high tide the whole way. It's country road driving all the way to Elk Grove, Sacramento area. It took I think an hour 15, hour 30 minutes maybe, but it was beautiful. I hardly felt it. I listened to a new audiobook the whole way through. I'll update the description box. Great drive. Man, it's so peaceful, so lovely. Every time I drive through there, I think of how nice it would be to live in a houseboat or like on the water and have a pier. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Never mind the flood insurance prices, that don't matter. Let's see. So I got to Theresa's house, met her lovely puppy Bailey. Oh, what a sweetheart. I love big dogs that just look like your first impression would be intimidating, but once they sniff you over and see how weird you smell, they just want to curl up in your lap and just be loved on. Oh, she's got an amazing dog with some marvelous tricks. That dog gets a lot of love. So we hung out with Bailey for a little while, and then we took a drive over to RUMPELSTILTSKIN. It is a yarn shop that I've had the pleasure of visiting before. Beautiful little shop, amazing collection of fibers. Oh, it's awesome. I took quite a few pictures. I'll attach all the pictures at the end, and I will note which shop the pictures were taken at. RUMPELSTILTSKIN wasn't very busy. It was a Thursday. It is in a larger building with other shops around. So when you first open the door to enter the hallway with the other offices, there's a tea shop. There's a gift shop that had some beautiful baubles, and they looked like bubbles. They were just little crystals, just little sun catcher type. Beautiful. They'd make incredible Christmas gifts. I might have to get back over there. I had a great time. Theresa is so fun to talk to. She has a channel. I will link her channel in the description box below. Go say hi to Theresa. She's amazing. So we walked through. There were lots and lots of beautiful, soft, wonderful things, but I am trying my best to stop the curation of my yarn cellar. I've got some fine tasting stuff in there, some luxurious fibers that I really want to get to. So I held back. Of course, I'm always on the hunt for Amy's skin tone amigurumi colors. Sometimes I'm peachy, sometimes I'm blushy. I like it to be cotton, and I like it to be skin tone. So we were joking, do I match the skin tone of my driver window arm, which is a little bit more tan, it's a summer Amy, or my passenger side inner arm, which is more of a snow white paper. It's fun. I didn't really quite see anything of that nature. And then I have some baby girl items that I want to start making. So I was also looking for washable, nice gift-worthy cotton, but washable and a little bit more of the neutral side. The family isn't into overload pink or purple, so I wanted just pleasant baby array. I didn't see anything, maybe a little later, 1 year, 2-year birthday cotton, but it needed to be really utilitarian. So I think I'm just going to go kitchen cotton on that for right now. We'll see. I say that, but whatever. The lady in Rumpelstiltskin was incredible. She checked in with us, but definitely gave us space just to talk and chat and look. One of the wonderful attributes of Rumpelstiltskin is they have their display beautiful fiber yarns, and then they have a whole classroom setting. I noticed that on their Facebook page and their website, which will also be in the description box below, they host arts and craft classes. I think the last one that I saw they did embroidery. Oh, beautiful. And the whole table was filled full of lovely colors and fibers and lots of hands and people in there crafting. I love it. Every community needs a place, right? We had a great time there. And then a short drive into, so that was more like Sacramento area. And then short drive, one of the little side neighborhoods is Elk Grove. And we went into a little shop in a little strip mall with sewing machine repair. What? Yes, those exist. That's awesome. Restaurants, just a bunch of little shops, and in the corner, KNITIQUE. It was a marvelous, cute little shop. It had funky classic rock playing. Their light fixtures were chandeliers filled with chandeliers filled with crystals and sparklies and shinies, and they upcycled antique furniture to display their items. I took tons of pictures in there. So when you first come in and you sign up with your name on their mailer list, they give you a hot pink bag, right? So I did that. She said that just about every day around 5 o'clock my time, California time, they do a live on Facebook where they feature different items from their shop every day. Awesome. I think they're also on Instagram. And then TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but they're on there. That's great. So they go live on Facebook, and then it is shared on Instagram. What did I find? Oh, the shop was just, it pulls you in, and then the time flies by as you're looking and touching at everything. I found some Amy cotton. That's pretty good. Queensland Collection Coastal Cotton, pure cotton. This is some nice stuff. I am definitely going to tuck this away. This might become another Voodoo Amy. And then, of course, you know, I'm learning to use blush and other chalk pastels to add highlights and coloring. And Voodoo Amy really started something, because this amigurumi, I'm gonna have fun with this. $7.99. It is 185 yards. This cotton comes in a lot of different shades. This is definitely a luxurious, nice staple item for a gift. Hold on to that. And I found some gold. I was just saying, everyone needs gold. Originally this was purchased for the boxing gloves, but after looking closer to this crochet thread, it's so luxurious. I think I want to add to my snowflake collection on my Christmas tree, and this is a little stiffer than the Aunt Lydia's gold. So I'm gonna hold on to this one. Isn't it beautiful? This is going to go on the tree. Made in England. Linkate with a X at the end, so it would be Tex. Linkate. It's Gold Russian. Yes, it is a gold rush. It is beautiful. Hold on to that one. Those are the two items that I purchased there. Oh no. I purchased them with a promise that I'm going back. Oh my goodness. when a crochet knit store has so many examples and swatches that are made up into sweaters and shirts and scarves and shawls, oh, it just draws me in. The potential of each fiber, so nice, so luxurious. I want to go back. They even had a cute little mascot out in front that was a sheep, a huge metal display sheep. Took pictures with that. And then we were getting a little hungry. Theresa took me to this fabulous little place with sushi. Yes. It's been a little while since I've enjoyed some sushi. So many different rolls to pick. It was absolutely scrumptious. And then I picked her brain. So I brought along, this is a dusty one. This is a dusty old whip. So 2 years ago, when I did the Sierra Nevada yarn crawl, I picked up this yarn from a little shop in South Lake Tahoe. And I started the socks on the trip. It was going to be my trip project. Let's see, Malabrigo, Sockway, Malabrigo. It's just one of those little singles, little single lots. So there's no match to it, no dye lot. It just is what it is. I had them wind it while I was there for a small donation to a family tragedy that they needed assistance with. And I said, just eyeball it. After working this much of the sock, I'm up to the heel part. It's fine. It's fine. It kept me entertained the whole each evening of the trip. Still not done with them, so the fun keeps going, right? These are in little what are these called? These are the little I think there's a few different names for them. Little sock little ball bands. They keep your donuts together. It's just a little cotton sock that you slip over them. So as I was working these up, I'm not a knitter. I pretend to knit. So I was working them up, and I keep intense notes on my knitting, especially the socks. I do the basic vanilla sock pattern. I have a tutorial. The lady's awesome. She's so patient with me. I stop her, I pause her. I left her on pause for almost a year. And she doesn't mind. She doesn't care. So I keep little tally marks of what row I'm on and what part. I write down the repeat rows just so that I'm checking each stitch of the way. I'm really just fighting it. Someday I may enjoy knitting for what it is and the leisure of it all. But until then, this is how I make socks. I have, what do they call it? Sockitis or second sock syndrome. I know me, so I went and bought from the very beginning my little circulars. They're the same. I work them in tandem. I work the cuff, I work the cuff, I work the leg, I work the leg. I worked the heel, messed up, moved over, worked the heel correctly, partial starting of the heel. And then I got to thinking, I've never done that before. Never messed up before. Bad enough that I didn't know where I was at or what I was doing. I wasn't turning the right side to the wrong side. And weren't going to match. Wasn't going to stretch right. It was just itching my brain. I had to stop. And I started looking up tutorials on safety lines, on going back and ripping out that heel back to before I started the heel. I did it wrong. And when I pulled out for that safety line, the line wasn't holding anything. But I was doing it so incredibly slow with good light and my glasses on. I stopped when I got to the line, and the line wasn't done correctly. It wasn't safetying any. I was free falling here. So I remembered that I split the front and the back evenly. And the way the tutorial is written, it fits my foot perfectly. So I knew that I had to have the 36 in the front and the 36 in the back. So I very slowly worked my way back around with a with a needle and thread, and I picked up the 36. Well, in doing that, I don't know what I'm looking at. It doesn't look the same. So I've got, technically, Theresa confirmed, I have 2 weird floats right here, which nobody's over analyzing the socks on my feet that are in my shoes anyway. So she said those are stable and will not run. That was my concern. So I can move on from there. I'm okay with that. And then we've got this. What the heck is that? It's so long. And I don't know if it was stable or not stable. And then looking back, Theresa could pick through because her magic eyes can see. She's been knitting for so long. She knew what was happening there. So she said there were multiple options for correcting that. Thank you, Theresa. Thank you so much. I needed someone that knew what they were looking at to tell me it's going to be okay or set it on fire and run away. She did not. She said I had options. So, multiple options. One of the options is to, because I have a proper amount of stitches, I need this loop to securely disappear. She said I can work one way, work one the other way, and then work it back and just, hide my ends, bury the ends in there nice and secure. It will be just fine. It will not. What I'm worried is it's going to drop stitch all the way down and I'm going to have a weird gap. I'm okay. It's going to be all right. I think hindsight, in my notes, I duplicated what I was doing and then I was working one and working the other. I think in hindsight, I would like to put that it is the right sock and the left sock and then mark them with left and right for me, for my brain. I mean, I'm sure someone that's more secure in what they're doing and confident could look at the sock and tell, like, I am on the 3rd row of the heel. I've been doing the turns and they could properly count them. I'm not there. The other option is to properly learn how to do a safety, which in the future, that might be actually the educational part that I need in my skill building, is to run a proper safety all the way around. She said 1 or 2 rows down, 2 rows is fine, and then work back up the 2 rows properly and then split for my front and my back again and just rework it. That would probably be the responsible thing to do. You don't know how responsible I am. I do need to work on skill building. That was the whole intention of making socks. Socks were my knitting goal. I want to do those like little Fair Isle socks with all the little images and the strawberries and the ghosties and all the fun stuff. I am going to watch tutorials on how to left-handedly, because that is a big deal for me, left-handedly properly put in a safety and rip back 2 rows, build up the 2 rows, split for the heel, and then start my heel. That's what I'm going to do. So thank you, Theresa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your knowledge. Your advice is golden. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Theresa has tons of informational videos on her channel. She's a natural teacher. She is a natural friend. She is a good person. Go visit, because I want to go back and visit soon. Her home is so welcoming and cozy, and who doesn't want to pet a soft dog, right? Well, thank you for visiting with me. I had a great time. My ride back home, beautiful along the Delta. At some point during the day, we did get a California fire, and the sky turned burnt orange, and I got some sunset pictures that I'll put at the very end of the video. Everything was safe. No structures. They contained it quickly. No structures burned or anything like that in this particular fire. I had a great time with Theresa. I can't wait to go back. Thank you for visiting with me. See you again very, very soon.